Hello everybody, this is Chaos with Chaos Esports Productions, bringing you tonight's clan war against Killing Spree and Eternal Dreamers. Very good game. Last game played out by Whiteout. Let's go ahead and see how his PvT is. Let's go ahead and introduce our players. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner for Eternal Dreamers, it is Whiteout. And spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Belshir Vestige, can Killing Sprees get back into this clan war? It is KS Zepish. I'm not sure if you're supposed to actually pronounce the KS. It just kind of made sense. Anyways, so PvT. Finally, some Terran players. Hopefully, hopefully we'll see something pretty exciting here. Last couple clan wars, I think I've seen like maybe one Terran player actually play. So we'll have to see how this this works out, and also we'll have to see whether or not we have another Stargate opening, because obviously Oracle's OP is a function of the nice little buff that they got. So let's see what we see. So yeah, pretty much normal opening here on Belshir Vestige. I would say that as a Protoss player, I kind of like this map. It's a very clean third to take, and in general, I just like the feel of this map. It's the natural's a little bit kind of a pain to defend, but overall, I think I like this map the most. So we do have a gas opening here, so we probably are going to be seeing either a Reaper expand or maybe some mech play. Mech play would be fun. I don't know if most mech builds, if they have kind of like a double gas opening. I haven't seen a whole lot of mech builds personally, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Now we do have double gas going down for our Protoss player, so he's going to be going 3-1. No, 3-3. Okay, so definitely going for a very gas intensive build. A little bit of harassment here by this probe, doing really great. So I hope you guys have all been enjoying the casting tonight. Feel free to go ahead and hit that follow button down there if you have. And yeah, so ooh, nice little engineering block by Mr. Zepish over here. Definitely going to be delaying any sort of expansion coming out of him. Now, this pylon back here is a little bit kind of curious. I would say that this probably means we might be seeing Blink? No, there's no way it's Blink. But yeah, this is going to be a real big pain. So yeah, so Zepish is okay. So he's just scouting for proxy pylons and things like that. Reaper's going to come in here and actually get a little bit of damage done. Nothing, no probes or anything. So one probe did die. The scouting probe did. But yeah, this Reaper's more or less going to get fended off. Mothership core is going to be able to do what it needs to do. And yeah, so things are looking pretty good. Now we do have second barracks out on the way for Mr. Zepish over here. And is actually going to be going for some pretty quick upgrades, so some things are definitely looking pretty good. Now both players are taking their very sweet time getting their expansion up. So obviously Zepish is playing a little bit more safe, putting his expansion on the high ground, doesn't want to get too much have any issues with that. So with the Stargate now scouted actually by Mr. Zepish over here, so he pretty much knows everything that's going on. Now that this bay is getting taken out, looks like Whiteout's definitely going to be looking to go ahead and expand himself. Now, obviously, since his expansion is going to be significantly delayed compared to his opponent's economy is definitely going to go out the wazoo in comparison. So we will have to see how this. Wow, Zepish taking all precautions to make sure that his mirror line doesn't get touched. Now, I do find it interesting that he's going for Phoenix. Phoenix is, you know, I would think that with the Oracle buff, the Oracle probably would have been more favored, but we'll have to see how this plays out. Obviously, the Phoenix will be very helpful late game when he gets Medivacs out, but I think overall it's going to be, I don't know if it's really going to be able to get too much accomplished here in the early game. So obviously, since the it got scouted, by it I mean the Stargate got scouted, I would say that it shot getting off on those Phoenix. Got to be very, very careful not to lose too many of them. And actually going to delay the factory a little bit, which is kind of a nice little bonus. But does need to be very, very careful not to lose these Phoenix, because these Phoenix are going to be oh so helpful in the late game if you can hold on to them now. He's got to be very careful with his rally point. So, 4th Phoenix coming out, expansion finally getting up, and it looks like Twilight Council is the recommended next step in his build. So my guess is he's probably going to go for Colossusless play. That's kind of fun to say, Colossusless. So definitely going to be favoring the Stormer as we get here into the mid and late game. So yeah, so basically Phoenix overall haven't really done too terribly much. Gotten a couple kills here and there, but overall not too terribly efficient. Just still needs to be very, very careful not to lose any of these Phoenix here. So yeah, both players playing very, very passively. Obviously, the Phoenix has pretty much given Whiteout a very good idea of what he's up against. He knows the factory's on the way, so he knows, okay, I've got probably a minute or so till the starport is done, as we see that finishing up here. So yeah, things are looking pretty good. Still needs to be very careful. Ooh, might get a couple shots off on that Stargate. Not really going to do anything, but overall, kind of fun to say that he shot the Stargate, or Starport, whatever. So yeah, I'm a little scared for Whiteout, quite honestly. He's been on one gate for a significant amount of time. You know, Templar Archives just now going down, as well as 2 gates. And this is where we get things a little bit scary, because obviously he's held his opponent off really, really well by keeping him in his base, killing units when he can, and more or less keeping all of the Phoenix alive. But what he hasn't been focusing on is getting up an army to, you know, combat whatever is coming his way. And with this many Marines out on the field, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to muster up the forces that he needs in order to actually deal with this. Obviously, the Photon Overcharge is probably going to be able to fend off the attack for a little bit of time, but only so much can the Photon Overcharge do. Because obviously there is the potential that he just stims in and tries to take out the Nexus as quickly as possible. So we do have a stim come out here, and he is going to be looking to do a significant amount of damage. He's committing a significant amount to this, and will he be able to do anything? So all of the cannons at the front did get taken off, and a significant number of Marines did get lost, but did he trade favorably enough? Obviously, he's doing significantly well as far as supply goes, and things are definitely not looking too terribly well for Whiteout. Chrono boosting out those gateways as quickly as possible, trying to get units out, and actually not even going with the Storm, going with the Archon, because Storm is a little bit ways out. So yeah, so things are looking pretty decent. Back at home, it looks like Zepish is more or less just getting his infrastructure up. 5 barracks out on the way, but the attack is coming in. So let's go ahead and back it out here as we see what happens. Archon's getting a couple of really good shots off, but since there's only one of them, it's not really able to do too terribly much. And I think there might just be too much from Zepish. Zepish is doing a significant amount of damage. The mothership core goes down, so there's no possibility for a Photon Overcharge. And things are definitely looking very bad for Whiteout as we continue here in game number 2. Probes are being pulled. Definitely needs to be very careful, but it looks like Zepish is going to go ahead and wait for some reinforcements to come in. Storm is nearly complete, but will he have enough energy? Obviously, we got about 20 seconds before our first storm comes out. Looks like, yeah, these Archon's going to get paid. This High Templar's more or less just going to die to his doom. Probes are being pulled, and I think this could potentially be the end of game number 2. Here in this clan war, things are definitely not looking good for Whiteout. And Whiteout's going to go ahead and call GG, tying it up! Killing Spree 1, Eternal Dreamers 1, and we will get back to the next game.